Hello everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day, and in this video we'll discuss about India's coal crisis, the reasons, implications and the possible way forward. Now this topic is important from mains point of view. Let's begin our today's discussion with a briefing about coal consumption in India. India is the second largest importer, second largest consumer and the second largest producer of coal after China. Moreover, it has the world's fifth largest coal reserves. This leaves us with a question that still, why do we need to import coal from other countries if we have these many reserves? The answer lies in the quality of the coal. India imports millions of tons of coal due to lack of good quality. If we talk about quality of the coal, the finest quality of coal is anthracite. But India has reserves which is rich in the bituminous coal. Therefore, we majorly import it from Indonesia, Australia and the South African region. Now, as you can see in the map, in India, the highest coal reserves are found in Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Coal accounts for over 70% of India's electricity output, and the utilities account for about 75% of India's coal consumption. Now, let's discuss some of the reasons for coal shortage in the country. In recent times, there has been a rise in the power demand, but the supply chain was disrupted due to COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, we had a lot of drop in the imports. Also, the coal mining was hit recently by the heavy rains in the regions where we have major coal reserves in India. There has been an increase in the domestic and global prices, which has actually led to the decline in import. Also, as we have already discussed, there are inadequate stocks at the power projects. We have lower electricity generation from other fuel sources like from the renewable sources or the nuclear sources as compared to the thermal power generation. Then there is lagged production at the thermal power plants. Now, if we talk about the possible implications, coal crisis can impact India's economy as our industries will face electricity shortages. Also, it can hit India's population underdeveloped energy infrastructure. The coal shortage can lead to rise in inflation, specifically in the cement, electricity and the manufacturing industry, which can actually lead to cascading impacts on the other industries like steel, the micro, small and medium enterprises, etc. Now, what can be the possible way forward to these issues? Firstly and most importantly, despite of the financial cost, we need to increase our imports. Also, there should be increase in the production. And in the long term, we can think about shifting to a gas economy. Sourcing coal from the so-called captive mines is a good idea. Now, what is a captive mine? Captive coal mines are generally owned by companies which have exclusive rights over the coal blocks. There are around 40 captive coal mines in the country. Also, it is not a good strategy to shift 100% to renewables without a backup, because our infrastructure does not allow this in the current scenario. Let us talk about recent coal sector reforms. In 1973, the nationalization of coal mining was done, and the private sector could only use it for its own purposes. That is the captive usage, as we have discussed earlier. In 2014, the Supreme Court scrapped allocation of 214 coal blocks on grounds of illegality. It was done under the Coal Mining Nationalization Act of 1973. Again in 2015, the Coal Mines Special Provision Act was introduced, wherein the private sector was involved through auctioning. In 2020, the Mineral Laws Amendment Act, which called for the removal of restriction on end use of coal, gave right to exploit the coal bed methane and minor minerals. Also, there is a Prakash portal, which stands for Power Rail Koila Availability through Supply Harmony. It is developed by NTPC, that is the National Thermal Power Corporation, to improve coordination between the power, coal and railway ministries to ensure the coal supplies to the power plants. So this was all for today's topic. For regular updates, you can follow us on our social media handles. And for more such videos, do stay tuned to the next IAS YouTube channel.